What up, people? Downtown LA, Saturday. About to go down and grab a few garments for some work I gotta do for a couple of clients. But yeah, I'm starting a video off, just kind of showing you the city. Uh, Topic of the video, as you see, man, pay for less. Start paying for less things. And I know when you just see that title, it's kind of like, what do you mean pay for less things, right? But to be honest with you, be intentional with your money. That's me talking out loud, as I've said in other videos. I'm speaking to myself, not just, telling you something. Yeah, paying for less is just the key to getting ahead. A lot of us don't have the means to, make more money, at least not in the moment. The one thing you can decide to do in the moment, because again, it's about empowering ourselves, man. Like, I've realized my content as I do it, is to empower myself and then the people who follow the journey and are also on their own journey. It's definitely about being resourceful, working with what you have. And one of the things that I think is important is to know where you're spending your money. Knowing how to budget that money properly can put you in a better position. So, one of the main things that I would tell you is just be more intentional with where you spend the money. Decide, like, all those little small expenses, all of them aren't necessary. So that's from like the Netflix to the Hulu. Like, if you got more than one streaming site because one show is on this platform and you got another show on this one, it's like, what's more important? That we get ahead and then we get into a position where we could really pay for these streaming services without it, breaking the bank. Not saying to do now, but you can't tell me that you don't have other things that could use your income and your attention. See, that's more so what the issue is too. It's not even the money. Money equals time in so many different ways. You spend money on something that takes your time away from what you should focus on. Again, because I don't like to come off too preachy or like I'm telling people something like I'm perfect. I'm not telling myself this as I tell you this. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling myself that I need to lock in, as well. But more so saying it out loud, this is what I'm telling myself. And I know in the process, this is resonating with the right people. So we got to just know where we spending our money. Like, I just recently was like, you know what, 2 gym memberships for what? Now, I did get one because I wanted to be able to work out when I wasn't able to make it to my regular gym. But ultimately, I'm like, right now, bro, you need to see that $30 a month, which you can put towards like where I'm headed now to get stuff for my brand. This is sacrificing to get ahead is the goal. One of the things that I did want to be able to do is take my son to the gym that I was going to, or one of them. When I canceled, they were actually letting the kids work out at 12. My son is 12, so I could have got him in the gym with me, but me and him go hoop. I take him to go shoot around. He like basketball anyway, so as long as he's sweating, I'm like, for now, it's no sense in having 2 memberships. So shout out to Planet Fitness for being $10. And I ain't gonna diss the other gym that I ended up canceling, but they was like 30 a month, and then like they hit me recently with like a $90 charge on my account, and then they like, oh yeah, the annual fee came, and I'm like, I only had it for like 3 months, but whatever. So that just made me realize, like, get rid of it, dude. Like, you don't need these little added expenses. So I have no streaming sites. I just love YouTube in terms of just how I watch stuff. When I'm eating, I watch YouTube. So that's my entertainment. I'm not really like a sit and watch TV all day type of person, even though I push the homebody lifestyle. But check this out. Okay, so this is like the garment district in terms of like blanks, and if you want to grab stuff, it look pretty chill and quiet. But trust me, this is where it's at. Usually weekdays is when it's the craziest, but currently some better time to shop if you're just a chill person and you don't want all the extra extra craziness going on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's a lot of little different shops, man. A lot of little dope stuff. You can come down here and get little things you might need. Embroidery. Gotta check that spot. R. I don't know what that is, but yeah, this is where it's at, man. Let me hurry up and pull over though. Get right here, y'all. Oh, okay. ambulance. They going behind me. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to hop out and grab a few things or whatnot. But I figure I'll do this video at the same time. You know, I gotta start getting comfortable with just, hitting record sometimes, man. That's the goal, is to just be consistent. I know overall what my content is. I know overall y'all not really concerned with, it being perfect in terms of me editing and making sure I say words correctly and all the things we all get, sidetracked with, all the things that we shouldn't be concerned with when there's a bigger picture in mind, you know what I'm saying? And in my case, I'm really looking to tell my story, you know what I'm saying? And within that story, everything ain't always picture perfect, well presented, and whatever else, you know what I'm saying, that most of us think it should be. So I'm gonna just keep it real with y'all, as I do what I do. So right now we're about to get out and go see what's up with this little spot. So I'll get with y'all in a second. All right, y'all. So this is where I'll be getting like my sweatsuits and some of my stuff. So we're about to hop out and see what's up real quick. Some good little deals and whatnot. So as you see, they got a lot of little spots over here. Man, I don't know what it is, but downtown got me today, man. It's like I'm spending more than I should be and what I expected. So not too happy about that. But it is what it is, man. We're gonna make it work. So I was gonna continue to film, but it got hectic, man. You gotta pay attention to your surroundings. People out here money hungry. People drop things. I'm sitting up here trying to haggle the prices. You got to be able to know how to work the numbers. So I'm trying to focus on that. So I ain't really get a chance to film like I want to. That's something I got to get used to doing, filming while I'm like active and doing stuff, without getting sidetracked and thrown off. It's usually like two people. Somebody usually got somebody filming, I guess, or you just got somebody there with you. But I'm out here solo trying to, get it on a Saturday. So definitely don't want to slip up. Downtown got some dope art though. You know what I'm saying? We be having like a lot of little wall art. Yeah, man. Just doing what I gotta do out here, y'all. Like I was saying though, just doing less with your money, focusing on the right things. Not just putting it out there because you got it. I need to start going to like little cafes like this, man. Like little spots like that. That's a vibe. You know what I'm saying? Cow Cafe, man. Let me know if you ever been there. And this gym right here on the corner, I was actually gonna see what was up with them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like pass them a few times. I know during COVID they had like an outdoor workout where people was like lined up on the street working out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to those folks. Hopefully y'all still working out and getting it. But yeah, this downtown, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Just people out here on a Saturday doing what they do. And me down here doing what I do. Wait, hold on. I do think like the more that you focus on what you spend your money on and you be more intentional and just get rid of like the unnecessary stuff, you start to even like clear your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like you start to have like a clear way of seeing things, and you can move better. It's about maneuvering. It's about a collection of things, in my opinion. You know, um, I think it's not just about being frugal enough to like save money, but I think it's also about knowing how to spend the money. Of course, it's about always making more money. Looking at how to create more streams of income, but not necessarily being like you know like a slave to it. You know what I'm saying? For lack of a better word, like you don't want to be like where you just count on it, where you have to try to find ways to make money. It just take that pressure off of you. Where you can move at a better pace, where it's quality over quantity, and you're not just having to do something out of like having to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like just having to make what you can out of what you got as soon as you can type of situation. You take yourself out of that. So yeah, man. I do want to continue to do content like this where I'm discussing just the day to day struggles. This is a relatable struggle, man. I think a lot of us deal with, having a not having a better understanding of money, but I think a lot of us deal with uh understanding just, how to navigate with what we bring in, how to make some more money the comfortable, healthy way, and comfortable probably ain't the best word because it's nothing really comfortable. Um, overall about, having to maneuver and make things happen based on your resources and things like that. But, again, you can shine through the process. That's what my brand is about. Fresh Paint Company, of course. Just shining through the process, being able to still, uh, you know, not stress out and be held down while, time have to do what it do to get you through whatever you're going through. Again, this is for people with a story. Everything ain't all peachy. You know what I'm saying? We go through it, but we still shining. We still out here getting rejuvenated and, staying refreshed. So I'm gonna end it there. I think I gave y'all a good, little video to kind of touch on the topic for now. But again, man, just to sum that up, spend money on less things. That's definitely what I'm practicing right now. Getting rid of stuff that I just don't necessarily need to pay for. Like, we see those commercials or those little ads online now where it's like Rocket Money, I think, where they go through like all your expenses and tell you like, oh, I can save you money right now. What if I told you spending this on that? Like, if you're one of those people that don't know how much you spending, like, and you need an app like that to remind you, like, get the app, but never have to get the app again because this mindset is what matters. Like, get rid of the bills, whatever you don't need, get rid of it. If you need that kind of app to clear it up, do that. But that just shows you that majority of us fall into that trap, and then we have to go and we delete these accounts or these memberships that we sign up for. All these little subscriptions, they add up. You know what I'm saying? $8 here, $10 here. Like three of them $10 memberships is already $30. That's around what people make an hour or less. But still, like, that's a good hour, hour and a half for some people worth of work. So just picture yourself being at work for a whole hour to 2 hours and you doing that for volunteer work basically. Like, sometimes we need to do that. Look at what we spend on unnecessary stuff. Just be conscious. Like, add it up sometimes. And be like, man, let me just see how much. All right, look, my phone got hot, cut off on me. I'm back again. I'm gonna just piece this video up. Every time it mess up, I'm just gonna fix it. I'm not tripping. So anyway, like I was saying, man, sometimes just take a moment to look at what you spend. Like, if you consciously make an effort to just look at what you spend at least once every so often, I guarantee you will save a little money the next month. Somebody's secretly getting some money from you. Like some sneaky little account, some little sneaky subscription that you signed up for is getting some of your money. So, folks, I'm telling you, let's start being more aware of what we spending, y'all, so we can get to the goal. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about focusing on the goal, but just let's enjoy this process. And that's what it's about. Enjoying a process to go towards a direction of something. Like, we can enjoy that. Like, yeah, it's not gonna be perfect. Yeah, we humans. Yeah, this is the world and things are what it is. But we can make this better as we go through whatever it is we go through by just throwing stuff overboard. Like, just picture yourself in a sinking ship, and the only way to survive that ship and or not sink is to throw stuff overboard. Um, it's to throw stuff overboard. So throw stuff overboard, y'all. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna end it there, man. I think you guys clearly get the point of the video. But I'd appreciate like, comment, subscribing, and I'll get with you guys, man. It's work.